Hi, welcome to Dory's Gardens, where inspiration awaits beyond the lavender gate. Today we are going to talk about building a butterfly garden. Everybody's all excited, they're seeing a few here and there, and there are certain flowers that they like better than others. Also, there's a great environment that you can build for them too, and I wrote some of the main points on this board here, so we're going to go through that real quick. So can you see that okay? Most of all, you have to have food for them. Food for the butterfly, the nectar, there's certain plants that are conducive to that. And then food for the caterpillar, they've got to have leaves to eat, because once they lay the eggs underneath, the caterpillar is going to hatch and he's going to be hungry. So the next thing would be water. Now they can't go swimming very well, so they need shallow things to get their water from. I built some of these glass butterfly baths here. And the key is to fill it in with gravel and just keep it moist. And they'll sit on the edge and put their little suckers down in there and drink it up nicely. So you can use a big pot as long as you fill it up with gravel, that it's a shallow place for them to land. So just like us, they need the food and water, pretty basic stuff. And then shelter, because there's a lot of predators out there, things that would love to eat a butterfly, and also from the wind and the weather. So there are butterfly houses that have a really narrow slit so they can climb in and get out of the way, or just leave some shrubbery around there, or don't just have a real neat and clean butterfly garden. Leave some things around, some debris that they can just get under and hide and be protected from the weather and critters. Next thing is warmth. So they are cold-blooded, so they don't have a nice cup of coffee in the morning to get started. They like to sit on a rock or on the pavement or something that has absorbed some of the heat and just soak up the sun. So that's how they get going during the day. Then the eggs, you have to have a nice place for them to lay their eggs. They'll lay them underneath a leaf. So don't deadhead all the leaves, take all the old leaves off of your plants, because you're probably getting rid of all the eggs while you're doing that. So just let them be, let them hatch, create their little cocoons, and then in a period of time they will hatch and you'll have butterflies all over your flowers. So those are the 5 basic things to make a nice environment for your garden. Now, I learned a little bit, I Googled on how to build a butterfly garden, learned some things I didn't know. They can't see very well, they can't focus, kind of like me, but they don't like red so much. They like texture, they like massive plantings, they just kind of hone in on what they're kind of sort of seeing. And they like blues and oranges and purples and whites and yellows are their main colors. So look at those colors to start with. And then what you can do is you can mix them up. I'll just go through and name some of these, and some may be familiar and some not. So if we start down here, we have salvia, and I've chosen the purple one because there are red ones, but apparently they don't like red as much as a hummingbird does. This is another type of salvia. Now these are going to be nectar plants. And this yarrow here is one that they really like. I was surprised about that. The daisies they love, any kind of daisies for nectar. And this ageratum is what I've called it, but I've seen it called Joe Pye's weed. And it does spread out, but when I have these on the table and there's other flowers blooming, this is what they go for. So this is a great plant. Now the autumn sedum, I was surprised about that. There's no bloom on it now, but in the autumn time, there's a bloom on it, and they love that too. So see how you can make a beautiful garden that butterflies are going to love. Come into some salvias, again the blues here, and then this is an ageratum, not an ageratum, I'm sorry. This is a verbena, a lollipop verbena. And so it does look like a little lollipop, so apparently they think it's real sweet, because they do look for nectar that tastes sweet and smells fragrant. So that's something that they're looking for also. And the phlox always has a nice scent. So these are the summer phlox that will bloom through the summer, and I have several pictures of them on phlox. Zinnias. They weren't in the list, but you can see by these photographs that they do love the zinnias, because most of my photographs are with butterflies on there soaking up the nectar. And a good tip with zinnias, you can buy the starts, but get a package of seeds for $2. Sprinkle them out and they reseed. They draw the butterflies. They're just fabulous. Now here is a liatris. I've seen them in the wild. So this plant here, you might want to look at this here. They get this purple spire on top, and it's a lovely bushy thing, and that's a good attractant also. And then back down here, we've got the Mexican bush sage. That wasn't in the list, but I know from personal experience they love this. And this plant here, it comes out in the fall time, can get quite large, way up to here, and butterflies just are all over it. So let's see if there's anything else that I missed. Oh, lantana, tried and true. It comes in all different colors. Here's the bright yellow, and of course the Gerber daisies again. And I think we just, oh, here's another thing I did not know. Rosemary, you know, it does have a bloom, and they love the rosemaries and the lavenders. And here's a lavender right here. So you see the flowers kind of all look the same a little bit, you know. Same colors, same spires, but you can get a good variety with all that's going on here. And then of course there's the butterfly weed. So there's no bloom on this yet, but it comes in yellows to orange to red. And this is where this is a host plant. So you're gonna see all these little seed looking things under the leaves and think, ah, my plant's infested, I need to spray it. But that's another point I didn't mention here is no chemicals, because they are not bad bugs, they are the future butterflies. So just let them go. And apparently Martha Stewart said a well-chewed garden is a good butterfly garden. So you just let them chew it up, and there's plenty of leaves to go around. And also I wanted to show you some pictures of some plants that aren't blooming right now that are really good. This here is a scabiosa, the pincushion flower. We've shown that before. So that's lovely for butterflies. Oh, here I'm going to show this because it's one of my favorite pictures. It looks like he's looking over his ranch. Again on zinnias. And all these pictures that you saw with the zinnias were from seed. This is second or third generation zinnia. And then here's some cone flower. This is just a wild one, but you get the idea. The echinaceas are really good too. And then I talked before about the archway here being covered with passion vine at the end of the season. Well, one day I looked and it was covered with orange butterflies too. And so here is the passion vine flower. So what a plus to have an orange butterfly on this. Great photo op. I didn't get one this year, but I'm going to look for them next year. So it's a very rewarding way to garden, helps the environment, brings a lot of beauty, because a butterfly really is a flying flower. So I hope that helps you to get started. This is the right time of year to do it. So again, enjoy your gardening, and we'll see you next time.